Peace be with you. Let's talk a little bit about morality. Morality is a necessity for liberty. Without morality, you can never have liberty because you will always need force to control those people whom you are afraid of, people who are willing to use violence and deceit to get what they want at whatever price. So morality is absolutely necessary. And when you have conversations out here in the West with people about morality, a lot of times the people who see themselves as progressive or somehow enlightened, right, or who do not believe in God and do not believe in the necessity or the truth of what God commanded, they will say that morality is relative and it has always depended on the societies we have lived in, and as such can always depend on basically which way the wind blows, and that is the accurate way to live. And they are clearly wrong. They are absolutely wrong. Yes, they are right about morality being dependent on the time and the society in which one lives. Yes, different cultures have certainly considered immorality as morality throughout history, whether it's the Romans who were really diseased people, killing people for fun and throwing them to the lions for entertainment, or even Nazi Germany where killing a whole subset of people was considered moral and even desirable. So to say that morality can be relative and that justice can be maintained and that peace can be maintained is simply not true. There is such thing as an absolute morality, and this is absolutely necessary for functioning of any society. In the Quran, in the 6th chapter of the Quran, verses 151 to 153, God tells us what true morality is. In these verses, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was commanded to tell us what Sirat al-Mustaqim is. And this term, Sirat al-Mustaqim, it basically means the straight path. And this is what every Muslim prays to be guided on, right? And this is the core of Islam. In these verses, Prophet Muhammad is commanded to say, so Arabic term is kul, which means say, come, let me tell you what your Lord has made haram or forbidden for you, that you should associate anything with him. And then he goes on to say, and do good to your parents. And do not kill your children out of fear of poverty. We provide for you and for them. And do not approach sexual immorality, whether it's concealed, whether it's hidden or out in the open. And do not kill a soul except for the requirements of justice. These are his commandments to you, that you may be mindful. And do not approach the property of an orphan except in the most righteous manner until they reach maturity. And give full weight and measure with justice. We do not burden a soul beyond its ability. And when you speak, be just, even if it's against your own family. And keep your deal with God. These are his commandments to you, that you may understand. And then he finishes by saying, and this is my Sirat al-Mustaqim. This is my straight path, so follow it. And do not follow any other paths, for they will lead you away from his or God's path. These are his commandments to you, that you may be careful of your duty to God. These verses, they define absolute morality. This is the base on which, unless every human being follows this, without this base, the societies crumble. Once most people decide that this is not desirable, societies crumble. Consider these commandments. The first one is not associating anything with God. So that means that we as people are religiously dedicated to what God says. We have no other commandments. So the rest of the commandments is we are religiously dedicated to. And God says, and do good to your parents. Every parent, I like to imagine I'm talking to adults, and most of these people will be parents. So you want your kids to do good to you. Yeah, they're bad parents, but most of us, we want our children to do good to us, so therefore we should do good to our parents. It's justice. And of course, we shouldn't kill our children. The fact that we have to have an argument about that in modern society, which we call abortion, is ridiculous. No, it is immoral, and we shouldn't kill our children. It is just like, it's simply, we exist because we ourselves were not killed. So do unto others as you want to do them unto you. It's justice. Do not commit sexual immorality. None of us want to be cheated on. None of us want our family members to be used for somebody else's sexual gratification and then be discarded as trash. So we know that that's wrong. We don't want to be killed, so we shouldn't kill. We should be honest in business. We should keep our word. All of those are absolutes that cannot be changed. without evil taking over. So no, morality is not relative. It is absolutely essential for functioning of any society. It is absolutely essential for liberty. Without liberty, without morality, you cannot have liberty, because you will pay somebody and empower them so they can by force keep away people who have decided to be immoral, the people you are afraid of. That is why you need God, and that is why you need God's commandments, because obviously these people who want to disbelieve in God and who consider themselves enlightened and progressive cannot fathom, cannot understand the importance of these behaviors and how important they are for function of society. So they will always go around looking at what's going wrong in our society without ever fully realizing how lost they are. Peace be with you.